Hi, I'm Sheila Shamay. Welcome to my channel. And today, what I want to do is I received a few samples, and a sample that I want to try is a foundation sample. It's the Cover FX or Cover Fix Total Cover Cream Foundation. It says it is the ultimate 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. Okay. And it says Cover Cream Foundation offers medium to full blendable coverage in 28 shades based on undertone. Um, and it says that this is not just a gorgeous foundation. It's loaded with powerful antioxidants. It's loaded with powerful antioxidants, including vitamin C and E. This ultra creamy formula with a beautifully radiant finish provides anti-aging benefits that help nourish, protect, and visibly improve skin over time. The highly concentrated formula is like 32% um, 30% high definition photography, contouring, and covering tattoos. That means it's 32% perfect for those things, which is high definition photography, contouring, and covering tattoos. All right, so I want to try. They only gave me the neutral tones. As you see here, all of them start with an N here for neutral 20, neutral 40, neutral 60, and neutral 100. Well, when I look at the neutral range, as you can probably see here, I think I would be the medium deep, which would be a neutral N, which would be N50 through N80 right here. So I only got N40 and N60. So I'm going to mix the two, N20 and N40 together, and I'm gonna try this foundation out. So basically this is what I'm gonna do for today, is to try this foundation out, because basically I'm ready to try a high-end or more, I say, a foundation that's outside of the drugstore, meaning kind of like a high-end foundation, or just a better foundation that's different from the drugstore. That doesn't mean that I will stop buying drugstore foundations. It's just that I would like to sample this foundation and see if I like it. If I like it, I might purchase it. So yeah, that's why I got the sample. So I'm going to go ahead and try this on my face. I haven't did anything. I haven't done my brows. I haven't done my eyes. I haven't done anything except for clean my face. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this foundation because I just want to see how it's going to look on my skin. Now the N40, it looks pretty good. This is how the N40 looks. That's the shade right there. The N40. And then the let's see, 60. See how it looks. It looks like this. All right, so I really believe I can use those two. These samples on my face. Hopefully I have enough, at least for my entire face, hopefully. I'm gonna put primer on one side, and I think I will put the primer on this side. Okay, I'm gonna put primer, and the primer I'm gonna use is the ELF Hydrating Face Primer. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and apply that to my skin right now. Just gonna put a little bit because it's only on one side of my face. Gonna apply the primer. All right. I have applied that primer on one side of my face. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit of this foundation. This is the N40, which is too light. Okay, I know it's too light. And I'm going to have to mix it with the N60, which seems to be a better match. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and blend this. This is without primer. It's still too light for my skin. No, I think the N60 would work. It matches my neck and my chest area. So that's how it looks without a primer. And I'm using this Echo Tools, what is this called? Custom Coverage buffing brush. So this is how it looks just in that spot there. How it looks, and the shade just seems like it, which my face is just, you know, I have a lot of discoloration on my face, but it does matches my neck and my chest area. All right, so I'm gonna try a spot over here that's that has the primer. And I can tell you, I like it better with on the side with the primer. Automatically, it's just smoother. This foundation seems to be very, very dry, okay? And I have dry skin. But look, with the primer, it's easy to blend. So that blended much better with the primer side than the side with no primer. That's because, you know, it could be different. Like I said, if you got oily skin, you may not need a primer with this foundation. I notice automatically that it's dry. It's a dry type of foundation, but when I put the face primer, the hydrating face primer, it's smooth on just so easily and even blended better into my skin. As you can tell, this side is more blended, this side kind of looks blotchy because my skin is dry. All right, I'm gonna test this foundation like right underneath my eyes and see how it looks that way. One side with primer, one side without it. Okay. There it is right there. And I'll just grab a brush of mine. Just a random brush. It covers pretty good. I can imagine how good it would be if I had like a more of the product on my skin. However, I just have these samples just to, you know, use just to see if I would like it. As you can tell, this side is a bit covered than this under eye here on this side. So yeah, it's not too bad. It's just dry. That's going to be the issue for me. I mean, I can get the right shade. My shade would actually be the golden shade. I feel like this shade right here in the golden category. It's a G30, G40. That will match me great. You know, this shade right here. However, I only got the neutral shades in here, a few of the neutral shades. And I feel like if I had an I think maybe an N70, I believe it would match better. So yeah, Now I'm going to put this on the eye, and I'm going to turn it around this brush without the other product on it from the other side. And blend that out with the primer side. And as you see, it do give some coverage. It does give some coverage. The thing that I automatically see about this foundation that I don't think I will purchase is the fact that it's dry. I feel like it's gonna make my skin look ashy a bit because I don't have oily skin. I have dry skin. I think this is more for um someone foundation is better for someone with oily skin. However, I haven't researched this product or anything, but just by the way it feels on my skin and how it looks on my skin, just those few sample spots. On this side, my skin look very, very dry because I have no moisturizer, no nothing, no primer, no nothing. It's dry. I can see that it's patchy a little bit. But on this side where I put the hydrating face primer, it's a little bit more blended. It looks a little bit better than this side with no primer, which is a hydrating primer. Remember, this is the ELF hydrating face primer. So it gave me some moisture to my skin. And if you purchase this product, I would definitely need to moisturize my skin because I have dry skin. And in order for this foundation to look good on me. Personally, I don't think I want to try this product first. I might try it later on. I'm trying to find the right foundation for my dry skin, and it has a great range as far as undertones, but I don't know. I don't think this one would be a good one for my dry skin. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and finish my face, and I will come back and let you all take a look at it once everything's been put on, and at least you do see. I'm going to come up a little bit. As you see on my face, once again, this side is dry. If you look underneath my eyes, you can actually see a little bit of dry patch right here. So this Cover FX is definitely, I think, is for oily skin. My skin is dry right up in here, and you can see it with this foundation. This is the side with no primer. Now this side here is the side where I put the ELF hydrating primer. As you can tell, you do not see a dry patch as bad, and the foundation is more blended. As you can see, it's blended into my skin over here. You can tell that the foundation is just right here in this spot where I applied it because the skin is so dry. So for this foundation, I would say if you have oily skin, it's awesome. If you have dry skin, I don't think it's a good one. But let me go ahead and finish my face, and I will be back, okay? All right. Okay, this is my face with the foundation all over, okay? Before I applied, my makeup products that I choose to use for today is for just with the foundation, the Cover FX foundation. This is how it looks all over my face. I did not go down my neck because actually the colors doesn't look bad. Like the color do match my neck and my chest area, so that's a good thing. And I use the N40 and the N60 shade together. Now like I said, I can tell it's a dry formula. It's a dry foundation, and because I have dry skin, it doesn't look as great to me because my skin needs to be moisturized, and I mean extra moisturized. Whenever I use a foundation that is very dry, I always do a lot of extra moisturizing, or putting a lot of moisturizers on my skin and to make it work, okay? In order for the foundation, which is a dry type of foundation, to work. Okay, but if you have, like, once again, if you have oily skin, this will work for you. But for my dry skin, I think I should look at another foundation. But the coverage, I can say, is pretty good, but it's not as good as I thought it would be, in my opinion. Maybe I need more product. Maybe there's not enough product, as these samples are very, very small, as you saw from the beginning. Maybe if I had a full, you know, product where I can add more product to my skin, maybe that would cover better. But just using the samples, I mean, it's okay, you guys. That's what I'm saying. It's just okay. But I do not like it because it is too dry for my dry skin. All right, you guys, I'll be right back with my face done and everything. Okay, you guys, I am back. I put on my makeup. I done my eye makeup. I put on my mascara, my liner. I just completed my face, bronzed up my face a little bit. But I can say this as a first impression on this Cover FX, or Cover Fix, I think is the way you pronounce it. Looks like this. I can say, for me, in my opinion, as far as the first impression of this makeup, it is for oily skin. It's not good for dry skin. My skin looks very, very dry. And it says you can, this is a foundation and concealer in one. Now, it do give some coverage, as you saw on the parts of the video where I applied it. It do give coverage to the face, but it depends on what kind of, I guess, imperfections you might have. I hate to say imperfections. I just think we're all, I don't like that word, but that's the word that most people use. I can say if you have, you know, some discoloration, like I do, like for instance, I have some dark circles right here. You know, I have a dark circle here and dark circle underneath both of my eyes. It looks kind of blue to me. You know, just use it. I did not add an additional concealer. I strictly used this Cover Fix foundation. And it says it's a foundation concealer. It does cover, but I believe you will have to be a person that does not have much imperfections to the skin, or if you don't have too much problem with discoloration, or you don't have dark circles or problem areas. I think that this would be good if you have oily skin as well. But if you have like dry skin, and if you have discoloration and some things going on the skin, I personally feel like this is not going to be a good foundation. That's just my first impression on this Cover Fix Total Cover Cream Foundation. It just doesn't moisturize the skin. It actually enhances dry patches on the skin. Like right here is where I always have where I have the most issues on my face, is the area underneath my eyes. I get dry patches there. I have discoloration under there, and it just really, this foundation actually enhances that area because it's so dry. It enhances the dry patch, and it enhances the dark pigmentation underneath my eyes. So yeah, you guys, for me, this Cover Fix total cover cream foundation is not good for me, and I personally feel like it's not good for dry skin or skin that has discoloration, dark circles, etc., etc. But I have to keep moving and find another type of foundation that I think will be good for me. And I'm just searching for a foundation that is more on the high end, and I want to try one, but I want to be for sure whichever one I buy, it'll be one that will work for my skin, me having dry skin and some discoloration on my skin. I just want to be able, when I buy one, want to buy the right type of foundation for my skin type on the first time. I don't want to have to buy a product and then buy another one. I want to know what kind I need to purchase before I purchase a high-end foundation. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, you guys, I'm going to let you go. So I hope you enjoyed this kind of like a first impression type of video. I've never done a video like this, but I decided to try this sample and everything that I received from an order that I purchased from Sephora, so it wasn't good for my skin type, but it could be good for somebody else. So yeah, you guys, hope you enjoy this video, and yes, I hope you all have a wonderful day or a wonderful evening, and remember, I love you. All right, mwah. Bye bye.